If you don't have beef strips like me, you need 2 chunks of beef or more depending on the number of people you are actually planning to cook for. Then cut them into small pieces, small long pieces. I actually prefer cutting them into long and thin pieces just so that it's easier for them to cook, and also you know how meat shrinks once it cooks, so therefore I prefer longer pieces, not too long, but yeah, also make sure they are thin. After that, I took my bowl. If you're an OG, you know we always mix our ingredients in one bowl before marinating our meat. Here is where you mix anything and everything that will add flavor to your meat. Anything, and I mean anything and anything you use for seasoning. If you have soya, you can add soya to the mixture as well. After that, I then stir to mix them thoroughly before adding my beef strips onto the marination. And then once I was done, I let it cool in the freezer for like minutes, and then went on to cut my ingredients that I'm gonna use for my stir fry. Starting off with the red pepper, cut it into chunks, long ones. You don't want it to be too, Went on to my green pepper, did the same thing. And then after that, I'm gonna go on to my next pepper, cut it into long strips. Don't make them too thin because they might overcook. Literally any vegetable you can think of. Don't be limited, but don't also make it too much. Yes, carrots, cut it into long strips just so that it can add to the to the color. I just added sweet potato there I don't know, honestly, I love sweet potato, that's why. After that, I then, while my meat is actually marinating in the deep freezer, cooling off, I went on to heat up my pan to start off with the vegetables that I'm gonna use. Also, side note, I did boil my carrots and sweet potato for 5 minutes before I could add them to the mixture, because you know how those two take longer than the rest of the things. Also, don't cook your vegetables for too long, they might be soggy, so I only cooked them for I think 30 seconds on high heat, and then went on to now cook my beef. Don't let it overcook, or don't let it also cook too less. Okay, so keep stirring until it reaches a stage where you are happy, and then once you are happy with it, add your vegetables, and don't over stir, otherwise it will, once that is done, add your paste, your soya. If you have soya, you can add soya at this point. I also added milk for the thickness, and there we have our stir fry. Oops, I went on to eat it with rice. Delicioso.